Not so breaking news, but the Fed actually did cut 25 basis points as we expected yesterday. What is a little bit interesting is that they do have $40 billion worth of purchases coming this month in treasury bills in the next 30 days, and then carry that on throughout the month as they see it fit. Now you would think, oh my god, this is QE, and it does seem like some kind of quantitative easing, but they call it reserve management. The whole idea is that this is a pivot to expansion of the Fed balance sheet, adding liquidity to the market, and this is in fact quantitative easing. So even though you might think it is not, is seemingly quantitative easing, it is happening, it is sooner or later around the corner, not in the trillions, but it is definitely at our doorstep. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about why I do think Bitcoin is going to crash, and how I'm navigating the market. If you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe. I've been here since forever, since 2016, and I navigate the market here with you. Also, I have a channel, it's called the 100X Club, where I drop these daily updates in a very short form, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, so you can watch that as well if you'd rather watch a short form content than a long form live show. If you are here, please smash the like button. We know that we don't usually get a lot of likes because people just simply lazy and they don't smash it, so please make sure that you actually do smash it, and then let's get going. So number one, super important. I mean, I just want to say, yesterday I tweeted this, and if you don't follow me on X, this is your chance. I said, do you remember? No, I said, remember this tweet. And this tweet said, every pump in the next 30 to 90 days is here to trap you. You are the exit liquidity. I posted this at the end of October. So that means end of November, end of December, end of January. Okay, at least until end of January, every single pump is there to liquidate you. And I just tweeted this today, and I said classic because I've been begging you. I've been literally begging you yesterday not to take a long position on the top. I said I'm leaving mine open that we had, and stop loss at break even. Netted 75% of the position. Where is it? Let me just show it. This is my Telegram, by the way. It's you can join, and there's a link in the description. You don't have to pay for it. So this is the one that we took. This is the trade that I actually gave you. And I said that I'm taking out 50-75% of this trade, and then just left it at break even. But there were $400 million worth of tokens liquidated, or worth of amounts liquidated, which is horrible. So the reason why I'm saying this is because the market is going to play the exact same thing. So now you would want to think, cause actually pinned it. You will be able to see it up here. You can join in. The market is going to play with you. And that is what it is designed to do. So even though I ran through this on the daily update, I'm going to run through it again because it is super relevant. So if you look at this, the 4 hour, and if you've been here on the channel, by the way, if you've been watching these live streams every single day or every second day when I actually do them, you would be able to see, you would have seen, we're going to live here, that my thesis was always you will get reg trade. This is literally what I explained on the live stream yesterday. Not on the FOMC stream, but this stream on this channel. You will get reg trading crypto at this FOMC unless you watch this. And in this show, I explain exactly what I believed to be happening, which is going to be a relative equal high liquidation up here and the rejection. Now, I was hoping, exactly, I'll tell you how higher. I was hoping we go 0.72% higher. It didn't. Fine, I missed it by 0.75%, but in general, the expectation was that we go lower. Now, what is going to happen? I still do believe that we need to get onto this 3.22 trillion mark. Reason is very simple. Markets retrace 50%. This would make sense. There is a 50% retrace here on this leg. There is a 50% retrace here on this leg, and there must be a 50% retrace. Actually, you know what? So if I look at this on the daily, I'm literally just looking at this. The reason why I don't take this, although I could, this is like a week-long order block. I could take this as the strong high. The only reason why I don't take it, there is no 3 consecutive green candles, and usually you need that. But I'm in a higher time from looking at this, especially 18% below. I would say this would be safe to call this, and it came back just 50. I think this would be safe to say. This is the first time I'm actually realizing this. I didn't see this. But it would be safe to say that it actually came back 30. 50. So yeah, well, TLDR, we're screwed. So what I ultimately think is going to happen, we can still push all the way up here. I think that's still a possibility that we're going to the 3.22 trillion, but now I'm just realizing that I actually missed this, that this could have been actually the 3.18 and then we're already there. But if I really stick to my TA and my rules and whatever, 3 consecutive candles define a strong level. There is 3 consecutive green candles here. This does define a strong level. This does not have that, even though it's a week-long accumulation. I think it's fair to say that we could actually just take this and see that we actually did complete that. Now, if you go down to the 4-hour chart, here's what I believe is happening. This looks horrendous, and I'll tell you why. Because on the 4-hour chart, there is no close above the previous high, except here a little bit. It's not an impulsive one, but there's a little bit of a close above here. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. There's 400 people watching and 81 likes. We used to do this, but I stopped it because people were crying in my DM saying, how can you stop the show if people don't like? Well, let me tell you something. It's a week away from Christmas. I want to be with my family, and in general, if we have 400 people watching the show and we have 80 likes, I genuinely am going to stop the show. So I'm going to give you about a minute. I'm going to read the chat, and if we don't get to 200 likes, I am genuinely, no jokes, going to stop the show. It's very simple. I'm going to put the music in as well. What is that? Did you like the show? Cuz. Thank you, Cuz. Thanks. I see you. I see you in there. 𝗙𝗥𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗍𝗪𝗔 prophecy. Yes, I shorted ETH. Have you on 3, 4, 28. Fefe army. Like this shit. Ren used to do this. He started using it after I said it, I think. But I know it's not nice, but I mean, you know what's not nice? Not nice is putting my heart and soul and effort and preparation into the show, and then people just come here and they don't even like. I mean, that's lazy as fuck. Like, don't be lazy as fuck. Like the show when you get it. Been shorting since 16, waiting for 63. I mean, good luck. Cuz is the best, 100. Yes. There you go, Cuz. There you go, 200 likes. No probs. No probs. There you go. Guys, let's continue the show, okay? So very simply put, I do believe that this is a... If and so, there is a high close above here on the 4-hour, which is not an impulsive one for me, but if you look at this is actually a close above there, and then a rejection. The problem is that if you look at this low here, that actually resulted in the push and the close above, if we consider this, even if it's not like a... Shout out to Will, shout out to Will. See, Will is in the chat as well. See, Charman there as well. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Charman there. When Charizard. I left you on the 100x Club update. Did you know this, guys? Listen to this. This is epic, bro. So on the you know what? In fact, let me just play this. So I go into the 100x Club. I see the recent update. I go on here, and YouTube allowed me. Is Cuz getting fired today? Do you? Oh no. Okay, it was just not updating. Okay, good. So if you go down here, this is the update. I go down here, and I can reply with a voice note. Did you see this? I can reply with a voice note. Yes, I can leave a voice note. I just don't know where. Maybe it doesn't display it here. But on the phone, I can reply with a voice. It allows me to leave a voice note in the comment. I'm telling you. It allows me to leave a voice note, reply. Anyway, I'm not gonna be able to find it now, but it is allowing me to leave a voice note, and I tried it out, and I left one for you, Charman there. I left one for you, so that's good. So say, I know I saw it, right? Right, I'm telling you. Thanks for today. See you tomorrow. Bye. So let me get back to this. If you look here, I do believe that this here is a close. I don't believe it is a close above a little bit. It's not an impulsive for me, so I would not long. But it is an enough close for us to see a reversal, and we do see the reversal, and therefore, because this is a close above there, unfortunately, this is a rejection here and the market structure shift. So I do believe that unfortunately this is going to go lower. Now, what is my game plan? Honestly, now looking at this and saying this could actually be a high, because this is the last point where there was no 50% retrace. There's a 50% retrace here, and then there is no 50% retrace all the way down here, which could be considered this to be the actual 4-hour retrace. So I'm not really confident that this was not the 4-hour retrace, and that basically means that we could see an immediate rejection from here, which would not be very, very nice. But that's what I'm expecting. So what I think is going to... I thought we are going to push a little bit higher, but not really. I think if we push, we're gonna push into the 3.1 trillion and reject from there. If I see a 5-minute market structure shift, I'm going heavy short. So about 3.08, 3.09. If I see a market structure shift around here in the 5-minute or the 15, I'll obviously let you know in the community. But like this, exactly like this, and then you can get results, or I can get results like this. This is what I'm expecting. Or what happens is that this was not the actual equilibrium, and we're going a little bit higher and then rejecting from the possibility as well. But we'll see. If there is just no rejection here, I think there is a possibility of going higher. So don't just blindly, you have to have confirmations. Don't just blindly short it when the retrace happens. I will need to see confirmation. This is so far so good. That means that unfortunately we're going lower, looking at least a 10% dump on total market cap, possibly more on Bitcoin. I'm looking at 80, 85. What is it? No, I'm looking at 75 to 80,000, 75 to 80,000, and I'm looking at around 2.7 trillion-ish on the total market cap. That's the level that I would be looking at down here as first point, like first point of contact. This is what I'm looking for, like down here, and then possibly even one more at 244. Would be devastating, but it is what it is. And I do think it's going to happen. Now, lower time frame tells me that we can see a little bit of bump here, retrace, whatever, or again, all the way up here, and then we'll just see. This is why it's very important. I can't come here every single time something happens on YouTube, but I can come and tell you what I'm seeing here. So this is the TLDR. Let me just look at some other things. I wanted to show you one thing that's pretty cool. I am actually going to win a bet against Ren. So there is Rain. Rain is actually our partner here on the channel. They are a prediction market, up-and-coming prediction market, just like Powell market, but newer, and you know. So saying mark is closed. Please wait for the creator to decide the winner. Generate. Oh, it is closed. You can't bet, but the bet is still on, brother. It's not decided, brother. So anyway, Rain is a prediction market. There's a link in the description. Go and check them out. They do have some cool stuff coming. They just had a massive raise, so go and see that. But we had a bet with Rand. The Bitcoin goes or will be below 105. Now, I'll have to be transparent with you because I said I'm not taking this bet, and the reason is because it's stupid to make predictions. What is going to happen on the 1st of January? No one actually knows. I do believe, and I said it, Bitcoin was at like 105, I think. It was 105 when we talked about this. And I said that I do believe that we need to come down to the 85 to 90 region, and that happened. But it is still here. I mean, anyway, go and check out Rain. There is a link in the description. You can just go lower. I do believe that we need to go, and then you will be able to see it here. And also, you will be able to join in the community on the bottom down here. Join in the community. We should actually put this up on the second link on the top as well. YouTube and the Telegram every day. Okay. That said, what's happening in the chat? Done shorts open to long folks. Bank profit. Yes. Yasus. I'm still leaving the power open. Like I have a trade here, power. I you know this. I said the birdie came to me and the birdie told me that there is that I need to long this, and I had to, so I longed this power thing. Now it's down a little bit. It's right here. It's down a little bit, but I'm still long, heavy long, and happy. All right, boss. Lando won. Woohoo! Shout out to OKX as well for buying the dip. Talking about Lando. Can we add this here? Talking about Lando. I mean, it would be foolish of me not to talk about OKX. I mean, it would be. So congratulations to Lando. And congratulations to OKX, with the title sponsor for McLaren. If you don't know what OKX is, they are a very well-regulated, licensed, safe crypto exchange, okay? Why do I say it like this? Because I'm a degen as well, a little bit. I like to trade on different exchanges, non-KYC, DEXs, perp, DEX perps, whatever, for different reason. But if you're really in a place where you have Ledger, and then you have very, very, very credible exchanges, and I do believe OKX, based on their licenses, based on their accounting, audits, based on monthly audits by third-party audits, and based on their presence in the Web2 world, genuinely think OKX is one of the cool places to be. There's a link in the description. I'm grateful for them for being partners in the channel, and congratulations to them as well. Congrats on your shows. Great idea for a realistic opinion. Also, talking about shows, I'm gonna plug one more thing. I have a $500,000 giveaway on December 23. Now this is gonna be fantastic. This is gonna be great. We're gonna do it. We're gonna give away $500,000 worth of giveaways, product, software, all the ledgers back in here. You see the ledgers on the back here? Some of them is going to be sold. Not sold. What is it? Giveaway. But also, there will be some given away to people who use our link and buy a ledger. So that's also worth noting. But this is happening on the 100x Club, the 23rd of December. Come and join in. It's gonna be fine. Bro, how's 𝗏𝗏? I mean, yeah. God's doing fine. I mean, last night, I'll tell you what happened. Last night, when we were streaming, he's like, he says that this is starting wrong. So last night, we streamed FOMC. Do you remember? And here's what happened. Here, why is there no live streams? Because we have to fire it today, man. Where is that? There is the live stream. There's a live stream playlist on the 100x Club. There is no live stream playlist. Anyway, sick thumbnail, by the way. Sick thumbnail. I made it. It's not because I made it. I made it. Just saying. Anyway, and in here we had a girl that we're kind of looking at. Let me just show you the girl that we were looking at. This girl here. I even zoomed in because they were like, oh, let's see the girl and all that. And then Cuz was like, she's a 5. And then I was like, what? Cuz said 3, sorry. Let me zoom in here. What? Yeah. Anyway, this girl. And Cuz said she's a 3. And then what happened is that Cuz's girlfriend saw it. And she was like, how could you say she's a 3? It's like, why do you like her so much? So now Cuz is like, you know, he actually, did you move in already? Or you sleeping in the car? Cuz in the car, okay. The good BMW. Cuz is like, you know, of course. Zcash, please, no. People champions is Max Verstappen. Let me just play this. Am I gonna get strike or something if I play this? Of course, for what? For the music? Yeah. For the song? No, not strike, but the copyright strike. Okay, do you want me to show you something cool actually? Now that I played Max Verstappen here, I think it's the perfect time for me to do that. So a lot of people think that the background here is actually not real. Well, let me show you how real it is. Let me show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Look at this. Whoop. So when I went to the Netherlands with OKX, I got these McLaren sunglasses. I know what we should do on the giveaway, bro, but we will have to ship a lot. Like all the shit that we have downstairs, all the merch, all the shit. Like we could give away all this shit. All of it. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, slick packaging. It's like a what's up? How's that? Has an interactive background. I'm the interaction on the background. I thought the background was fake. No, it's real. Bam, background music rotation. I don't know. Never. Gus says never. He wake up today and chose violence. Dear child size sunglasses. Okay. Do you have a what size is your McLaren sunglasses? You know this Andrew Tate thing? Have you heard Andrew Tate saying like, oh, but your Bugatti is orange. Hey, what color is your Bugatti, bitch? Should I give this away? Should we give this away as well? We could give it away. Cuz wants it, so I'm not gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it away on the stream. Do you want it? Flexing on us. Come on, Fefe. Come on, what? Is that monkey face? Let me guess. A chop chop joke again? A body shaming again? So I say, Fefe, you're very funny. I like it. Give it to Ren. Ren also, you know, okay, I'll tell you what Ren did. Okay, no, Cash, I can't tell you what he did. I can't tell you. Oh, okay, you know what I'm gonna tell you? So I'm gonna tell you one thing. Look, so, I shouldn't, no, I'm not gonna tell you. No, I can't. One seller for cuz. Yes.
12.
Huh? 12 month what? Shit, I knew that people wanna hear it. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Everything I say is fiction. Is not financial advice and is fiction, okay? Full fiction. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. So, one time, someone and I went to a Formula One paddock invited by one of our partners, right? And I got these glasses and whatever. And someone that I went with, oh no, and there were like these little statues on the table. There were these little cute statues on the table, on every single table. And they were like putting it on the table so it's, you know, it's looking good in the paddock and whatnot. And then one disappeared from our table. And I didn't understand like how, like what happened. And we're just having lunch there. And then I just look at Ren's channel, the Crypto Insider. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, that looks familiar. I'm like, I've seen that somewhere before. Oh, that was funny. It was so funny. No, the truth is he got it. He got it from the team. Of course he got it. What will the fees on the community be? Let's discuss this on another stream. Probably $1,000 a month. Rent tall glasses. Okay, guys. Appreciate you a lot. It's been a fun stream. Did we cover everything? Should we do some tokens? Should we do some tokens, guys? TLDR is literally, I'm just waiting for this to come back. And, you know, literally, I'm just waiting for this to come back here. Anything that we're looking at, Bitcoin 91,800, Ethereum 3,320, XRP around $2 or 2,113, BNB at around 894, Solana at around 136, Doge is around 14 cents. Cost says we're gonna short XRP at $10,000. We're never gonna short it then. Yeah, we have to long it at 10,000. Makes sense, bro. Makes sense. Okay, so these are the levels. Is there anything that we should like specifically look at, or you can spot the higher high? PENGU. Let's go PENGU. PENGU, same. I mean, if it comes back to 1.2 cents, that's the region I would short it. Zach, let's look at Zcash because I'm actually interested where it is at. 440. This is fucking crazy. I wanted to long this here 337. Cost said no. Look at this. 30% since then. 30 and no, it didn't come back 50. Okay, we might have a chance. We might have a chance of doing this. Actually, now we should short Zcash. Not even kidding. Look at this. Look at this, cuz. What a fucking risk reward this is. Look at it. Look at this. We should short Zcash now. No market structure shift is fine. Oh, on the 1 minute. Up. I think I'm gonna place a short here. Where do I put my stop loss though? Here, to this high. I'm not even kidding. I think we're gonna pump a little bit, but I mean this, if we ever short this shit, I think we short it here. 5%. I am going to take this trade. I might get stopped. Full disclosure, okay? I might get stopped. I might get stopped. 5%, 10x is 50% of the position. I want to have about a 2,500 stop loss. Let's go. Stop loss where? Let's go back here. Stop loss 472. This might be a stop, but I don't mind. $3K stop is fine. I think if I ever short it, I think this is a perfect, like, I mean, if you look at this, this is like a higher time frame order block here. Look, like this is like such a no-brainer to short it here. Maybe we want to put it a little bit higher. Maybe put the stop loss to like maybe up here, 475, 476. Let's do that. 476. 476. Again, I think if we short it, makes sense. I mean, from here, last time it was a free fall, 30%. We'll see. Even if you just take this relative equal lows down here, it's a 1 to 2 risk, 1 to 2.5 risk reward. I think it's a decent trade. But again, there is no confirmation, so I'm not really happy about that. There is no market structure shift, only on the 1 minute, which is, you know, nothing. So like, we need to see confirmation. Will be a break below 430. If that happens, I think that's a strong one. I think that's a good one. Let's look at hype. One more. Why not? Hype is like badly down there. Badly. How's my bot doing? Hype bot doing? Sure. Doing not good. No problem. This is like the bull market bots. I'm not worried about for next year. The hype is like, wow. Down about 27. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if this starts ripping at some point. I have zero doubt in hype. They're generating revenue and whatnot, but is power still worth keeping the boat running? Yeah, definitely. I'm not closing that. I told you, I'm not closing that. This should have some kind of something movement throughout the week. Okay, guys. Now is the time. Appreciate you. Check out this. Is going to be the daily update on 100x Club. If you haven't watched that, I don't know what you're doing. Genuinely, just go and check this out and come back for another one tomorrow. If I'm gonna be here, we'll see. I'll update you in the community. Join in on the community. Link in the description and in the pinned comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.